Welcome to Focus Gaming News media booth here at SiGMA Europe 23. I'm so glad to be joined by you. Thank you, Irina, for making time at the end of our third day
Thank you so
for
much.
us here. Now, you are the Chief Business Development Officer at Amusnet Interactive. Before we talk about what you do, how your year has been, there is a big, shiny piece of metal right in front of us here.
You're right.
Congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
what's the award and what was it for?
Yes, so it's a very, very important recognition for us, and we thank Sigma for the opportunity to actually participate and be recognized for our work and for what we did. The award is for Best FTN Game for 2023, and the game is called Mr. First Crown. We actually did this game as a collaboration with one of our partners. So basically, we are using a team character that is very well known. It's the first. And we're using our slots, one of our traditional and classical slots. So we embedded both in one, yes, great product, as I can see. So yeah, it was really great, and the whole team was very excited for this recognition. We really had a fantastic night that night.
Well, and again, what a great way to finish 23. And we'll talk
Yeah,
about all the
exactly.
other highlights of 2023 in just a second. But before we get there, I just want to give a little bit of background. I'm going to do an overview and I'm going to ask you to share a few more details
Okay.
beyond just the game. So Amusnet delivers a captivating portfolio with a variety of casino products, including classic and modern slots, Keno and Lotto games, and cards. Well, that's your summary, but can you fill in the details? Tell me a little bit more, because you just mentioned the award-winning game, but a little bit more about Amusnet and what you do.
Yes, well, we are from Bulgaria. We are based in Bulgaria, and yeah, it's a great team. We have been working in different directions. So this year was all about expansion. We tried to expand more our structures, building different teams in place in some of the markets, which was very important so that we can be closer to our partners and build better partnership. And then from that perspective, we really wanted to be able to be more flexible and do some custom games that would actually correspond and work better for their markets. And this was the main purpose. So being closer to the partnership and paying attention to the partnership. In addition to that, we have been continuously growing our portfolio of games in all different verticals. So slots, yes, but also live casino is one of our newest vertical. We have been also working on the newest project, and we are very excited about this one. We are going to show it next year at ICE. It's the first cabinets, our own cabinets that we're starting to manufacture. So yes, what we are trying to do is really to close this circle for our partners and be able to provide solution for the land-based, so for the offline and for the online. So a lot of things going on, and yeah.
So it really has been a full-on year for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, as I said, this is the end. We're going to go into a little bit more detail of 2003 and 2004 in a second. Before we get there, you know, a lot of people come to these events, come here, and they talk about what they do, and they talk about their area of speciality. And if I could have a euro every time I've heard someone say, well, we're different because we do this, and then they say the same thing as everybody else, I'd be a rich woman. But what makes you different from everybody else that's here at SiGMA?
Well, I hope that what makes us different is that we are trying to stay close to our partners on one hand.
Yeah.
At the same time, we try to do what we are doing best and where we are doing where we know that we can really, really do best. The games and the content that we manufacture and we continue to manufacture, as well as the new titles, they are always based on our type of traditional and classical sauce that we do. We try to really provide the best possible products and the best possible service for our partners. So I really hope that this is something that it's also felt by our partners and the other side, because this is what we want to communicate, and this is how we want to build ourselves as a closer to our partners company.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's a great promise for your partners and for your customers. Now, let's come back to this award. It's a beautiful, shiny award.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the game that you won the award for. With regards to the game, is it a game that is looking at innovation and risk, or do you really build on kind of the traditional gameplay and the things that are safe? Where do you sit on that spectrum?
Yeah, we are using like the general concept is based on our traditional slots where our like strength is, and where we are what we are known of, with some new innovative elements and some new features that we added. So really, so far we are seeing great results since the moment we released the game. And we really hope that the players would like it and they would enjoy playing, because this is all about. I mean,
so what's the magic? I'm going to push a little bit harder. You've won an award for it. What's the magic that's made this game an award-winning game? What's that little element?
Well, I suppose it's one part of it is as a result of, as I said, as a great partnership and collaboration. It's a big partners and very emblematic character that it's embedded in this game. But also, I believe it's the graphic and the mathematics and the algorithms that we have been using. So probably this is what has been brought the main effect on, and that's why it has been really, really liked by the players. And actually, so the end result of it is showing that we are in the right direction, and we did like a great product out of all this.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, once again.
Yes.
Congratulations. Obviously, very, very well deserved. Let me talk to you about markets for a second. There's been a buzzword since we've been here. Lots of people have been talking about emerging markets. They've been talking about developing markets. Is there an area, is there a market that you are particularly focused on? And are there markets that you're looking to in the future?
Yeah, definitely. We are always looking into new markets. We are already certified and we are live in most of the regulated markets in Europe. So that's like covered for us. Of course, we are still trying to gain more presence in some of them. So we are working on that definitely. But this year has all been about like LATAM, for example. There are some new markets emerging there, which are very, very important. And also like South Africa. So those are the new regulations which we have been concentrating on mostly. But we continue to monitor what is happening, and every new regulated market that comes up is very important for us. And it's important because timing matters. So you need to be there among the first ones in order to be able to gain some presence. And this is why we have been trying to juggle between all these different emerging markets that are happening out there.
Well, it's really interesting that you say that, because I was just having that conversation previously about the fact that if you're following the trend, if you're following into Brazil and into LATAM, then you're probably already too late. But you're only the second person to mention South Africa and to identify South Africa. So maybe, that's the where people are not there yet. But what are the difficulties of getting into markets like that, new markets?
Well, first of all, you need to know the market very well. Apparently, it's far away. They have a different mentality. There are many specifics. So this is why it's important to have persons that are really, really into the market. And this is also connected with with our strategy for building like subsidiaries or building presence, local presence in a specific market. Really, all markets are different, so the strategies can differ from market to market. We are analyzing the everything that is happening from regulatory perspective, from market preferences, players' behavior, and everything in order operator network, in order to estimate the best strategy that we can follow for that specific market, so that we can be successful. So we
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Irina, obviously we've won the award. I'm sure this is not the only award that you've won this year, and you're doing incredibly well. You've highlighted a whole bunch of accomplishments for 2023, but I want to ask you, as head of business development. What for you, Irina, has been your highlight of 2023 personally?
For me personally,
For the business, for the your mission as head of business development.
well, as a highlight, um, yeah, I'm very happy to see that we are there. We have accomplished the strategic goals that we set up in the beginning, and that was very important for us to see some targets that are met and some movements that we did in several directions. So all of this, when you do this recap, all of the work that you did throughout the year, eventually you see that it mattered and it pays out. So you are there, so you achieve that. And for me, that's very important. That's very important. I don't want us to stay in one place and just do the same things over and over again. We are expanding, we are changing all the time, and it's for the best. So yeah, that's my highlight. Very happy that I see changes and growth.
I'm so pleased for you because as you were saying about meeting those goals, you had a big smile on your face. So you are ending this year on a high, and I'm so thrilled for you. Yes. Look at that smile.
It has been difficult, but when you do the recap,
that's it.
Yeah,
and that's why this is such a good time. Why SiGMA is just such a great time to kind of just take account of what's happened this year. Pat yourself on the back, get an award, have a great presence here, and enjoy it.
Definitely.
So I'm kind of hesitant to kind of even talk about 24 because I don't want to scare you, but what's on the cards? What for you and what for the business?
Even higher goals. I can tell you that this only means that we must achieve more and more, and we must upgrade every other, from year to year. So we have many things outlined already. We will put them in perspective. So we just keep in the same phase, hopefully. And yeah, there are many things on the table.
Really. I am going to wish you the very best of luck. I really
so much.
Wish you a great 2024. I look forward to seeing you back again next year, grabbing another award or 10 and speaking to you about the successes of next year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
It was a pleasure for me, and thank you so much for your invitation.
Thank you.
Nice.